Gaku, the MVP of the Angolan League, starred out for Coach Jose Neto. He goes with the tries and tested always, but the key factor with this Petro de Luanda team is their depth of the bench as well. But this starting five generally has worked well for him, and there's no reason to change it at all.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we had 12 of 13 players who managed to score in the last outing. Let's take a look at the Cape Town Tigers. Tigers looking for their second win. Rashid Hazard celebrating his first victory as a head coach against Slack. This is so well in their second season in the BAL. Pedro actually in his third. Cape Town Tigers playing their first ever outing, making it through to the quarterfinals last season. Gonçalves picks the ball up for Petro as they win possession. João Pedro, Dundao, dancing, moving, grooving. Passing to Moraes, just drops it into the Pedro hands, but he just can't keep it, and it's picked up by Cape Town Tigers. They get a chance to try and do something, and he's isolated down there on the corner, Hall.
Well, great defensive possession for both teams. Forcing the turnover from Petro on the first one, and now getting the trap on Hall in the corner. Coach Rashid Hazard looking on.
Into the hands of Hall. Hall tries to get a shot over the top. Gaku picks it up, taken forward. Carlos Moraes down in the corner. Goes for a big three-pointer, and that is a fantastic start for the 37-year-old. 2 or 3, it is 2, just inside of the arc down in the corner near the baseline.
Well, picking up where he left off, he's been fantastic off the jump shot.
That's fantastic work. Look how strong he was to drive through and get that basket. Sibagnoni getting the first for Cape Town.
Nice to see him with his back to the basket going with a lot of confidence.
Moraes for a mid-range 2 that just comes off the metal, made safe and taken forward by Hall. Hall sees a gap, tries to deal. There's a hesitant pass there to try and find Sibagnoni. Little mistake, giving the ball away.
A couple of nervy touches for Hall. He's looking to find and establish himself offensively really early as an ISO option.
Everybody testing each other out as we go into the first couple of minutes of this encounter. It's a clash of the Titans. Dundao, good three-point shooting from Dundao in the opening couple of games, but this man here trying to rattle. Gonçalves unable to score, goes again. Second attempt. Gaku picks it up, but there's a foul that's been committed, and they'll get possession back.
Now already 2 offensive rebounds and giving second and third chance opportunities to last year's finalists is not the ideal situation. It's a battle inside the paint, and Benajay caught out of position. Gaku just using all of his strength inside.
Dundao picks up, they go again. Dundao just steps back a little bit, and a beautiful score. That is sensational from Dundao. He really is a treat to the eye. First three-pointer.
Outstanding individual offense. They're breaking down the defense on the step back.
Fighting valiantly to keep possession, Josh Hall, but I'm afraid that it's a little mistake, and they got to give it back to Petro.
8-second call, and that's another turnover. And good defensive start for Petro de Luanda.
It's just smart play, isn't it? Put pressure on the guy, you know, as the clock's ticking away, and the scramble and the battle, and it goes past the 8-second. And then it's all yours. Dundao again. That's a travelling call. Great defensive play from Vinny J.
Expect this to be quite a defensive battle. I think the key factor will be inside the paint, and we've got to keep an eye on rebounding, defensive and offensive for both teams.
Vinny J, good pass to Ganapamo. He can't drop it in. It's a fast break. Dundao goes up for the layup. No, he doesn't. He makes the pass for João Pedro, but it doesn't go down. But excellent work there from Petro to just a fast break. Very slick.
Well, they almost get the bailout on the defensive end. In transition, Dundao well contested by Benajay. Just behind there, Josh Hall and Prinsloo coming in to try and steal and sneak away a block.
And as we can see, we've got a foul for Hall and Kabinije. And there's Petro, who hits the first point from the free throw line. Jose Neto, there's the coach who led Petro de Luanda to the final last season. They lost out to US Monastir in a big arm wrestle in Kigali, Rwanda. Season before semi-finals.
And Jone Petro, one of the players that averaged the double-double in Season 2 of the Basketball Africa League. He is a great asset inside the paint.
Good press this is from Petro. They can adjust and tweak their game so swiftly, can't they, Q?
They are amazing in defense, and both on transition and in the half court.
Carlos Moraes tries to get rid of Hall, goes out to Gaku. Gaku cuts inside, decides not to go for the three-pointer, and rises up, and I think that's Prinsloo with his second foul. Sorry, first foul.
It'll be the 13th foul, first one on Peter Prinsloo. But slowly but surely they're starting to grind out and extend the lead here. Cape Town don't want this to go too far.
Seven points to 2, Gaku. And we've got a change for Cape Town. As we can see, Sibranioni just makes way. For Sankelo Chole.
Bele comes in. It's an interesting move at this point for this team.
It's a quick change, isn't it? So are they reacting to that? To the little tweak from this Petro team, Ganapamo. Oh, look at Gaku harassing Ganapamo. Dundao goes up. It's a reverse dunk. Look at that. Layup. Beautifully done from Dundao.
That is so acrobatic. He manipulates himself in the air, spinning, and goes up and under in spectacular fashion.
But it was also protection of the ball. A brilliant spiral layup with Ganapamo getting possession back. There's a foul from Gonsalves. I think it's Gonsalves.
Again, just look at the defensive work. Gaku on the steal, and Dundao just uses the body and protects the ball using the rim. Just great experienced play.
Prinsloo. It's a travelling call this time going against Josh Hall. Very frustrating for the 22-year-old Oklahoma City Thunder. Player in the NBA in the 2020-2021 season.
Already 5 turnovers for Cape Town Tigers in the first 4 minutes of this one.
Moraes gets rid of Hall and tries to drop in a big three-pointer. Made safe by Prinsloo. Good defensive rebound there from the big man at the back. Makes the ball safe. Prinsloo just clashing there with Johnny Pedro. And I think the foul will go against Pedro for just getting in his way and just tangling up Peter Prinsloo as he tried to move forward.
Yeah, just a blocking foul. Straight forward. Also, 2 experienced players trying to use that to try and get a call from the referee.
Binijay up against Dundao, straight down into the corner. It's an opportunity here. And another foul on... I'm trying to pronounce his name properly, and I'm working on it. So just, give me a little bit of patience. As you said, Q, in the States they say silly, but Chile.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. There you go.
And the first opportunity for him to work in the one-on-one situation. He liked the matchup and able to draw the foul. His first outing as a professional has been in the U.S. college circuit. And out of Durban High School in KwaZulu-Natal is one of his teammates, one of his not of his classmates, one of his younger alumni, Liam Reed, also out of Durban High School on this Cape Town Tigers team.
Well, it's just a little slip there from Dundao. He seems to be okay, but I think that we just went down a little bit, just a little slip, and they'll get possession back. Took the ball over the line, 11 points to 2. Need to get some points on the scoreboard, Cape Town Tigers.
Very slow start. Only 2 points in 4 minutes played.
It's all about confidence, isn't it? You know, we talk about runs all the time. Get a couple of points in there, you know, and they'll start moving. Just like that. That is a brilliant score coming in from Kelly.
Hits the elbow jumper, and that's again, he's a scorer. Average just about 20 points a game, another third team selection in the NAIA in the United States, out of the University of Science and Arts in Oklahoma.
Petro back to Gaku. Gaku fakes, drives, goes outside, produces a big three-pointer there. That is sumptuous from Gerson Gonçalves, showing us what he's capable of doing. 14-4.
They can move the ball on the perimeter and have legitimate threats everywhere on the outside. Petro.
Ganapama, one of the standout players last season. Some incredible long-range shooting. Here's Hall trying to get past Gaku. And Gaku might have committed the foul there. That was good work from Hall. Just, you know, there he is, that man Dundao. Wonderful player, capable of magic all the time. And it's all about the Cape Town Tigers trying to turn this possession into points, make sure that they score on each move. This is not the case for this first phase of play going into coming out of the timeout.
They still haven't gotten into the offense. They're not looking comfortable just yet, and they've been stifled by really great defense from Petro de Luanda.
Johnny Pedro, Moraes waits, swings it out to Dundao. Dundao goes for a long-range shot. It doesn't sink, and it's been picked up by Hall. But again, it's just Gonçalves this time gets in the way. Moraes puts it up, and Johnny Pedro slams it down. Big statement score from Pedro and Petro.
Wow, great offense again, and that's just recognition and understanding, part of the Petro chemistry.
Hall has got to find a way. They've got to find options. They've got to... There's a little bump into Dundao by Gabinije, and I'm afraid that means that they will get possession back. Usher, I'd like to come over to you just to get the lay of the land from the bench, the Cape Town Tigers following that timeout. What was said?
Yeah, Coach Hazard is really frustrated that the Cape Town Tigers are giving up very many easy shots for Petro de Luanda, but we've seen these Angolan champions. They're very perfect behind the arc. They can drive to the paint, and that's what they've been doing so far in this first quarter.
Thank you, Usher. 5 team fouls, so they've got to be careful. The Tigers need to get their growl back. There's Pedro again doing the damage that we know he can.
They used the perimeter shot to open up the inside, and now Johnny Pedro is just taking advantage of a wide open paint.
Yeah, he's bossing the paint, isn't he? Wade's come on. Isaiah Wade, Prinsloo loses possession, taken by Gonçalves. He's got Carlos Moraes down in the corner. The layup is good, and he goes to the free throw line. This is just looking very effective. We go to the free throw line.
Well, that's now 9 turnovers, 13 points from turnovers. They are punishing every single one of those opportunities that they create with their defensive pressure. Now into a press.
And that's the problem, you know, they have options. Ganapamo gets it down into the corner. Kelly trying to get himself a big shot from out wide. Made safe, no defensive rebound, offensive rebound.
Well, he had a wide open shot. Would have been disappointed that he wouldn't be able to knock that down.
Big shot coming in, Moraes. Unbelievable Moraes. He's marvelous Moraes.
At this stage, he is Captain Fantastic.
Here's Hall. Hall finds a corridor. Oh, it's beautiful. So eloquent in the way that it fell, dropped, hit the net.
Well, finally, they find a wide open shot with some ball distribution on display. Hall makes the long-range attempt.
3 from 7 for Petro Luanda. 1 from 3 from the three-point range. That's now 3 from 8. And off the bench comes someone who lifted the trophy, having won the BAL last season with US Monastir, Majok.
Majok comes in for Petro de Luanda. On the other side, Lebisa Selepe and Kosanati Sibanyoni checking in for the Cape Town Tigers.
Here is Josh Hall. Josh Hall gets the ball back. A little bit of lady luck. Gaku's marking him big time. He goes down, and I think that might be... I think it's going against Gaku.
Yeah, it is. Blocking foul called by the ref on Gaku. That will take them into the penalty now. That'll be 15 foul for Petro de Luanda. Second one on Gaku.
You know, and they're always analysing and breaking it down to understand how they can sort of, you know, just stop making those errors. It looks like Hollis is going to come on as well. Very fine addition to this Petro de Luanda team, Damien Hollis.
They go a little bit bigger every time they go deeper into their bench with Hollis and Majok on the floor. It's been a very good combination for Petro and a big part of their bench scoring.
Here is Hollis coming on. His father, Essie, played for the Pistons in the NBA, 14 years playing in Europe as well. Went to George Washington University. He's got dual nationality. He's got a Hungarian passport as well, having played in Hungary and picked up silverware in that Central European country.
And he's averaging 11.5 points, 8.5 rebounds in just the 2 games for this Petro team.
That in itself is okay.
It's fantastic.
Here we go. Moraes takes the ball up. Selepe putting a little bit of pressure on him. Majok looking for the ball. It goes to Dundao. Dundao for a big 3-pointer. It doesn't fall. Hollis gets a touch to it. Moraes to Majok. Majok. He's been outstanding, Majok, as he starts to come on. But Hollis has produced a big shot there. That's 3 points, and they now lead by 18.
He's so efficient. Hollis doesn't do too much. Just reads the defense. Sometimes simple one bounce shot, but it's almost always seems like it goes in and there's a foul. Hall trying to create his offense, and that will probably be 3.
Joshua, 2 meters 6. Now we can see the replay there with Hollis, just beautifully, just gets rid of his man, you know, just faking it a little bit, shift to the side, give him that extra bit of space, and then he really is a delight to the eye in the way that he produces the moving poetry of a beautiful shot, you know.
He is poetry in motion, and experience is very clear and evident as he moves on the floor.
It is just confirmation that it will be 3 free throw attempts there for Hall.
Thank you, Asha.
Two of 5 so far from the free throw line for the Tigers. Make that 3 of 6.
50% now, and Murray's taking ball into enemy territory. Goes on a wander down towards and into the paint. Ball comes back out. Hollis outside, and a travelling call. A little bit of frustration there for Gonçalves, and a chance for the Tigers to try and claw themselves back into this with a big score from this possession.
They keep it in and around 15 points or get it back around 12. It'll be okay for them, but we've seen, I mean, what score actually does work in the Basketball Africa League. We've seen some amazing comebacks over the last couple of days.
So true. City Oilers, slack. You know, they're on the cusp of turning things around after surmounting 30-point, 20-point mountains. Ganapamo up against Hollis. Tries to get his shot in, just comes off the metal and made safe on the other side. Made safe taken up. Boyamba's come on. Wonderful bench player as well for this Petro team.
They have such depth, and Boyamba showcased all of his athleticism for Petro de Luanda. He can get up above the rim. He's definitely a showcase athlete.
Hollis back to Gonçalves. An interesting battle with Dundao and Zaire Wade as well. Long-range shot, a little tap back by Dundao, wonderful vision. Boyamba, Majok fakes, goes down the baseline. Dundao for a big shot that comes off the metal. It's made safe, no it hasn't, but it comes off the fingertips of Boyamba, and it will be Ganapamo who regains possession. 31.8 left on the clock in the first.
3 offensive rebounds. We've seen them tap the ball back and control for second chance points. It's still going to be an area of focus, I think, throughout the game.
Need to make those moves. They need to make space. They need to get the blocks and just help each other. That's nicely done. That's a great score as well. Sivagnoni with the 2 points.
Well, Selepe and Sivagnoni connecting. Nice pass, and Sivagnoni gets it over the outstretched arm of Majok for 2.
But communicate, talk to each other, understand that where you're going to go and what you're going to do. This is great play if that goes in, and it does go in. Look at that. Boyamba, is it too late? I don't know. Maybe it is. We'll see. The officials, Tigers, need to get their growl back, and Petro Luanda very much in control here as they have possession with Majok. Gonçalves tries to deal with Selepe. Hollis takes a high pass. Majok in the paint, moving left, right, and I think there is a foul on Majok.
Pushing foul on Sivagnoni as he tries to keep Majok out of the paint. Tough battle, tough job.
There you can see, just look at the hands, the arm. It's that right arm, isn't it? Just going into his side. Picked up by Solo Diabate, the only player in the BAL to have won 2 BAL championship titles with 2 different teams. Hollis with a drive and a dunk.
Once they get the defense moving, they are so hard and so difficult to guard. Fantastic offense from Petro.
Selepe trying to go up for a big 3-pointer from downtown. Picked up by Gonçalves around the outside, sees a little bit of space and chucks the ball outside. Hollis, and there's a travelling call going against the American. It'll give us a chance to go over and catch up with Usher. I can see that you're very close to the Cape Town Tigers bench because there's a lot of discussions going on there. What's their master plan in trying to counter-react to this Petro domination?
Yeah, listening into Coach Rashid Hazard, he's really concerned that his players are not getting that contact that they need against Petro. They seem to have, maybe fear them physically. He's just asking them to take that ball to them.
You can't be afraid of Petro. You've got to play them. You've got to play your game as well. And minor adjustments, as you say, Q. Thank you, Asha. Look at it! Oh, it's nearly gone out. Boyamba. He's again showing us what he's trying to do. Draws the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line, of course. But that would have been something special.
And another one of those posters that I like talking about. But Boyamba talked about his athleticism. Around the rim, he is explosive. And he gets up and just can't flush that one. Good enough defensive pressure there from Samusa Mtembo, who's just checked in for the Cape Town Tigers for his first minutes in the NOW Conference and in the BAL.
Mtembo
almost welcomed in unceremonious or ceremonious fashion, depending on your side of the fence.
Jose Neto, well, saw him watching the second half of the Slack Beira encounter that we saw earlier today. Quite extraordinary. 107 points for Beira as they managed to beat Slack of Guinea-Conakry. Wade with a goal. Magic, get out of there, but they get possession back. The Wade Majok mismatch there, Q.
Fantastic defense again. Majok 1.5 blocks per game in this conference play.
Was another steal there from that man, Diabate, and Wade basically being introduced to the Petro Luanda team. Look at Majok. Oh, Majok can't get it in, and it's a time infringement, so he has to give the ball back to the men in black.
3-second call inside, and just unable to convert. The good work on the defensive end. And another look at the timing on the block. Majok gets right up there. He is majestic inside the paint.
Carlos Murray's coming back on it with Gerson Gonçalves going back to the bench. Picked up by Wade. Hall has it in his hands. Comes up against Majok. Moves away from Majok. Hollis is on Hall. Hall, that's nicely done. Oh, it's another block. The SWAT block-busting move from Majok. He gets the ball and he dunks it as well.
The crowd getting involved in that, but the call coming just before Majok could get up. And just another look at his fantastic defense. You can't throw the ball up without being aware of where Majok is inside the paint.
Have a look at the fact that if it goes up really fast, that's the only way that it's actually going to get away from him, because, you know, he's becoming more agile as he comes in. He hasn't played much, and he hasn't played at all for the past few months. So the fact is that he's coming into this BAL with a new team, trying to fit in. He's doing really well, but it's slowly but surely. He even said to us, I'm going to be ready in Kigali. So he's not ready now. Look at what he's doing.
I shudder to think that he could be more ready than what we've seen.
Shot comes off the metal. Wade. Out to Vinny J. Tigers need some more points. And Ganapamo unable to get hold of the ball. They give it back. There's three fouls, for Vinny-J.
Yeah, Vinny-J just getting called for the illegal screen and just off-the-ball contact, giving on the handoff. And that's going to be a problem now. He's a crucial part of that backcourt on both ends of the floor, but he's going to have to stay off the floor for a while.
Diabate, the Ivorian, 35 years of age. Morej, 37 years of age. Majok, still young as you believe. And a beautiful score there. Buyamba's really showing us what he's capable of doing. He's letting his hair down a little bit tonight, isn't he?
Underrated part of Majok's game is his passing out of the post, and that's another great example of a dime from Majok.
Ganapamo would love to try and get a big score from downtown. That would really get his juices flowing. There's a chance for Wade. That's a beautiful score for Zaire Wade. And a three-pointer down in the corner, well needed.
Yeah, he was set and ready, and Ho gave him the pass on the second opportunity. He knocks down an important three.
This one goes against Majok. A little bit of frustration there, but that makes sense.
A nice battle inside the paint from Timbo and Majok getting tangled up. That's only the first foul for Petro de Luanda in this second quarter.
6:28 left in the first half. The 4 fouls for the Cape Town Tigers is a bit concerning. They picked up their 5-team fouls very early on as well in the first quarter. That's nicely done. Nicely done by Nkele.
Tole can't get the shot, but he was wide open, and at least some flow on the offense for the Cape Town Tigers.
Moraes for three that comes off the orange, metal, iron, steel. No, it's not steel. It's metal. And it's picked up. They get possession back down in the corner, Ganapamo. They need to find ways. They need to find paths.
And they need to just relax a little bit more on the offensive end, the Tigers.
Dembu. Ganapamo drives in. That's nicely done, but again, they just can't get their range and it doesn't fall. Morej.
Great contest.
Sorry. No, it's all yours, Q. Go.
Great contest there by Buyamba. Well, that's a quick foul again. Timbu will pick up his third personal, and that sends him into the penalty 5th-team foul.
Usher, a lot of movement, a lot of discussions going on the side of the court. How are you doing?
Well, I'm just enjoying every bit of this, but really Coach Hazard demanding that his players get in that great defense against Petro. They know that Petro is bigger than them on the court, in the paint, but they just have to keep working hard together as a team and making sure they don't get into the red as they have in the second quarter.
I think it's playing your own game to a certain extent. You know, there's Wade who goes up, he draws the foul, and that means that he will go to the free throw line. It's good work from Wade, just showing us what he's capable of doing. You know, he provided us with some wonderful spray paint passing, you know, in the last game, and just gave us an idea of how he can play. Scored some big shots as well. And again, trying to float one over the top, not a bad option.
9-5-5 in his debut for the Tigers off the bench for Zaire Wade. to try and spark the offense. He's viewed as a pass-first point guard, so not always necessarily looking to create his own offense, but looking to get guys involved. He gets both from the charity stripe.
Such an important word in basketball: composure, and remain composed and just make sure. Look, they get possession back. This is much better, and the foul's been committed. Hollis this time just making contact with Wade, back up on his feet, and the young 21-year-old Chicago-born plays a couple of good plays there too, because he's drawn 2 fouls in the last minute.
That's important as they continue to try and bring more team fouls into this equation. The Tigers.
Ganapamo, little touch, and they get possession back. The fast hands from Hollis.
Hollis applies a lot of pressure, and he's a big body to just try and blow by. He's quite quick and agile for his size.
He's definitely got the fast Cobra hands, doesn't he, to try and sort of, just snake them out of the way.
Those Cobra hands.
Whoa, watch out, there's a Cobra about. This is a layup attempt, but doesn't fall for that man, Tembu.
Tembu drives out, but gets the pass, and he's in good range, just couldn't get the finish.
Majok moved into Tembu, and that was really intelligent. Stands. We'll see that they have possession, and they will take the ball up court. Zaire Wade looking to try and score some points, just to reel in that 34-17, that 17-point lead. Picked up by Hall. Hollis with the fast hands once again, just sneaking the ball out of the hands of Hall, and it goes down the corridor and out of play.
He is defensively sharp, and you just get the sense that he knows how to keep individuals out of the game.
Kelly into the hands of Wade. Wade sees it and he goes for it, and that is marked. Furious and beautiful. Wade, wandering Wade.
And once again, just great awareness, using the rim to try and evade the shot blocking ability of Majok.
Picked up by Boyamba. And here we go into the paint. So we've got Salves, nicely done. Sorry, Diabate unable to get his shot in. Wade, that's just an unfortunate situation, because and Kelly could have got hold of that, and it could have been 2 more points.
Yeah, trying to slip the pass in, and just great defensive work. Nice block on the timing there from Wade. And here you have a look at the use of the rim just to evade the shot blocking of Majok. He leads the Cape Town Tigers scoring with 7 points. Great finish, great work.
But I just like the way that he saw that there was a shadow coming down, and it was rather large, and it was an instant little flick of the fingers to get the ball into the back of the net, as we see that there's an instant we're going to take a look at involving Ganapamo.
Well, just he had tape around both his forearms that he had to take off, and they've sorted it out, and that was the delay in play.
It's been resolved. We're back in action. 4 minutes and 9. Fuyamba, he's going up again. That is a brilliant piece of acceleration. When he goes driving, he just puts his foot down in a big way.
He is so sublimely agile, and he knows how to use that acceleration and athleticism, Fuyamba.
I think he's just blocked the accelerator and just leaves it down there, just storming through into the paint, into the wilderness.
Fast and furious.
Into the scoring wonderland. Oh, it's a shot that just comes off the boards. Ganapamo's range is not on par just yet. He's working hard to get himself into that situation. Diabate, Majok, they used to play together. They know how to pass. They know each other very well.
They have definite chemistry on court.
Oh, that's a good piece of play, isn't it, from Majok? Absolutely sublime. Complicated, wasn't it? Very complicated for that man, Mutembu.
Muscling inside. That was just strong play from Majok.
Fuyamba knocks over Ganapamo, and I think that they might just get possession back. Yeah, there is a foul.
It'll be the 5th team foul. So sending Ganapamo to the free throw line. He shot it at 86% in season 2 from the charity stripe.
And that's the kind of percentage, Q, that you want to look at and say, that needs to happen sooner or later. So the moment that he starts to, see his shots go in, could be a trigger. Needs to get the points, even if it's just this next one. It'll build his confidence, and then he can sit back and say, right, I've got rid of that, I'm going to move on, and I'm going to send a few soaring bombs in from downtown.
He's 0 of 3 from the field. He gets his first point in this one, and they need him. It's 17 points a game. He is one of the primary scorers for this Cape Town Tigers outfit.
Central African Republic International. Moraes picks the ball up. We've got 3 minutes remaining in this half. Moraes has Majok to block. Of course, he's going to get in the way. The screen is done, and the drive and the score. It's all perfectly planned out for marvellous Moraes.
Reading, reacting, and scoring.
And a good attempt to try and drop one in there from Kelly.
Still looking to find his grades, some Elotele.
Hollis shot doesn't happen, but the rebound is good. Buyamba, and that is a big...
But they're taping it right now. They're taping it and treating it. And if Coach Hazard so wishes, we'll be back on court.
Okay, thank you, Asha. Wade. Kele to Tembu, back to Wade. Ganapamo down into the corner and getting a bit of time on court. That's a good score from Ganapamo. Dylan Whitbread coming on, of course.
Yeah, using every single bit of his athleticism to get up and over the outstretched arm of the patrolling Pate Majok.
Whitbread, first moments on court in this BAL. Long range shot from Dundao, and it goes out of play, so it will be picked up, and they can go again. The Tigers. Let's have a look at this again. Ganapamo, great arm length, isn't he?
He has stellar athleticism. Talk about Buyamba's athleticism. Ganapamo, when he wants to, can just turn it on like a light switch.
Sibanyoni comes back on as well. Here's Wade up against Dundao. That's a foul. That is Buyamba. Just got in the way and just made it a little bit complicated for Kelly, but finally he'll go to the free throw line because we're at 5 team fouls.
Well, they won't be unhappy with this because the clock stops and it allows them to try and make some free throws. What they will be unhappy with is their current free throw percentage, which is at 54%. They've been to the line 11 times. They've only made 6. Gotta find ways to try and build some momentum and claw their way back.
First one doesn't fall for Kelly. Get a second chance.
It's been a struggle, this free throw line for the Tigers. Empty trip again for Pele.
Yeah, an easy defensive rebound for Majok, who just canters up into his favourite position, waits patiently for the pass. Buyamba gets the ball to Majok, tries to get into a dangerous position. Hollis goes up, and that's a great score from him as well. The perseverance from the big man, and the drive and the score, and the foul's been drawn.
Well, right now, Tigers are being bullied inside the paint. They have no answers for the size of Hollis and Majok. In combination, it's an easy find over the defense, and Hollis just waiting patiently for the contact and the finish. Just such patience through the contact, counter basket. And the bench points has really been one of the talking points for Petro de Luanda. They continue to just make that stat more and more relevant with the depth of their bench.
And Hollis doing the business from the free throw line. It's exactly that, isn't it? They've just got quality. They can bring anybody in, and they've got different systems that function really well. The Tigers. And that's a Dundao foul on Zaire Wade, I think, and going straight to the free throw line. So these plays, they're basically just getting in the way of Petro Luanda's rhythm, slowing it down a little bit, but they've got to score the points from the free throw line.
It's getting in both teams' way in terms of rhythm and flow on the floor, but the Tigers have got to make sure that they continue to just get that scoreboard ticking. Got to make sure that they stay within striking distance.
Wade goes up to 8 points. There you can see Rashid Hazard with Flosh Ngwenya communicating, talking, trying to find solutions, talking about the tweaks, talking about those adjustments that we will talk about. 8 points so far, 2 from 4 from the FG, and there he is scoring once again. 46-24. Sorry.
It's like 9 points, 2 assists now for that man, Wade.
Bastos' first moments on court. Majok. And that's good work to prevent Majok from doing anything. Oh, Kelly just not able to do anything. Hollis. Majok! Magic! Hanging on. You just can't do that. And that will be a technical foul going against Majok. We saw it yesterday, and it's happening here in the NAL conference, and there is a little bit of frustration there.
Well, it should be frustrating because now that's his third foul as well, and it's not like they're not aware of the situation when it comes to the techs being called, especially on that dunk. And we saw it yesterday, like you said. He's happy to give it up, and we have a look again. Just that extra pass, Hollis, Majok, and the referee's right there to make the call.
And this Cape Town Tigers, there's a good opportunity. Now it should have been scored, and that would have been a game changer. Sibanyoni knows that those points, very important at the end of this first half. Dundao for 3 points. He doesn't get it. Hollis. Oh, Wade just collides with Bastos. No foul. Dundao, shot clock down to 5 seconds. He goes driving through, puts it into the path of Hollis. There's contact, they'll get possession back.
Well, there was almost great execution, and you got an idea of the speed of Dundao getting into the paint area. Should be the final possession of the half.
Kanapamo. His haul gets... he's been fouled there. I think it's Hollis, isn't it, who's committed the foul. It's going to be his third, I think. Josh Hall, who will try and reduce the arrears, and again from the free throw line, missing the first, and then 9 seconds to try and get some points. 2 misses from the free throw line. Things are not going as planned just yet. Full court press and a good steal, an opportunity to get a shot in. No, it's too late, and we have reached the half-time, and it's time for the Tigers to...
They are the title favourites here in the NAL conference, but let's see if the Cape Town Tigers can distract them.
Asha, thank you so much. There's a quick chance for 2. Scored pretty easily there by Gonsalves.
And not the ideal way to start out this third quarter. The ball picked off an easy 2 for Lukene.
Prinsloo. DJ tries to go around, arcing around Dundao. That's a good, solid drive and a brilliant score from Hall.
Like the aggression from Hall. That was a strong take and a little bit more intent on that possession.
You've got to convince everybody that you're going for it, and he convinced everybody on that occasion. Here is Dundao. Dundao makes space, goes for the drive, chucks it, passes it out wide. Gaku to Jordi Petro. Gonsalves to Dundao. Dundao, loads of time. Oh, look at that, the flamingo hand.
Just too much time and space for Dundao, and the flamingo hand proves effective for Childe Dundao.
Into the paint, and that's a solid score as well. Look at that, beautifully done from Vinije. He was falling back as well.
Well, Vinije has needed to find himself a little bit of comfort, and I think better signs for this Cape Town Tigers offense out of the half.
Oh, that's a fantastic score. Another one, another big three-pointer.
Too much time and space. Back-to-back threes for Childe Dundao.
He's doing it big time, isn't he? We know how fast he is with the. He's part of the BAL all-star team, defensive team with what he did, but offensively this season he's been extraordinary.
Been so great. 2 all-defensive team members in Childe Dundao and Adler Majok.
Yeah. Dundao, no he can't. Gonsalves picks it up. What options does he have? They're swinging the ball around beautifully as well. That's a big shot coming in. Made safe by Ganapamo. Now, what can Ganapamo do? Gets nudged into by Moraes, and that is going to be a foul going against him, and they'll get possession back.
Long leaping strides. Another look at those threes from Dundao. Time, space, execution, and the gun is loaded. 11 points for Dundao.
Picks up by Hall, down into the paint, picks up and then passing around into the corner. He goes again, EJ, but he can't find his range on this occasion. Gaku makes the defensive rebound, picked up by Moraes. He's always dancing and just countering off down into enemy territory. A wild pass. I think that he thought that the official was a teammate.
Well, Robbie, he was really not looking well because the officials are in lime green.
Hey, look, you know, I think we all have problems with colour at times. As we see Dundao, look at that for a score. Unbelievable drive and 2 points picked up by Unije and Ganapamo. Acres of time, lots of time and space. Unije gets another chance off the metal again. It's not falling. 58-28.
Struggles from the field for the Tigers, and they still just can't find any touch. The radar is not locked in.
Gonsalves made safe by Hall. Pass out wide. Nietzsche. What options does he have? Tries to keep hold of possession. Suanyoni. Here's Princelow. We haven't seen any of that. That could have been a nice score, but I just didn't get his target.
Looking a little bit out of sorts on the offensive end here, Cape Town. They are still being guarded and defended well.
But I like the pace. They've injected some pace into their game, which is something positive. Gaku gets knocked over, and that will be a foul that's going to go right up against that man, Musonga. Sorry, Sibanyoni.
Sibanyoni picking up his 3rd foul.
Gaku.
Force change as Sibanyoni picks up his 3rd. Zaire Wade will have to come back in, and now Josh Hall will go into that center position for the Tigers.
Wade, playmaker, taking the ball up. Dundao gets taken out by Princelow. Princelow picks up the pass, looks for options. Hall is there for a 3-point option. His shot. Oh, that's nicely done. Good cover play. Nietzsche doing really well to put himself into that position for the offensive rebound.
Well, nice hustle. And again, some more positive body language for the Tigers.
Gaku. Gonsalves. He's good at his mid-range shots. Or 3-pointers as well. 3-point effort here. Doesn't find its range. And a foul, but I think it's Ganapamo, isn't it?
Yeah, he's called for the hold. The battle with Gaku.
But I think that these players, the Tigers players, is Dundao going for a big shot from down in the corner. Picked up again. Nigerian. Hall goes around the outside and makes sure that is safe as houses.
You talked about pace and tempo. That's a much better bit of pace and tempo, pushing the ball up the floor. Hall for that showcase dunk.
Moraes, Gonsalves, Dundao, Johnny Petro offering a screen. Comes out to Moraes for a big shot that doesn't. And it's been picked up by Gonsalves, and just a bit concerned that was that Ganapamo again. He's picked up another foul.
3rd foul for Evans Ganapamo, and just behind the play again. Court think ball watching just a little bit. Look at that play from Hall as he gets up above the rim. And just more conversation between referees and Coach Rashid Hazard, just trying to understand how the calls are being made and where the calls are being made so they can make the adjustments. Gonçalves is at the free throw line. Important moments for the Cape Town Tigers. First real test for Coach Haz.
To the free throw line. There you can see Gonçalves 9 points, 3 from 8, 2 from 2, and this is 3 from 3. Very straightforward. The flamingo head silhouette we see at the end. Here's Wade. Wade takes the ball up into enemy territory. Hall looking for options. Watch out for Dundau. Trying to make it, keep the ball away from him. There is contact on Hall, and that means that they will get possession back towards the finish line, but it's not over yet. We've still got nearly half of the third quarter remaining and another one to go. So it's the Tigers who really need to find the growl, claw themselves back into this. Vinicius in possession. Q, we got a bit of work for the Tigers to do as the charge into the paint forces the foul.
Well, it's been a narrative throughout this Nile Conference, the ability to come back. Will the Tigers be able to do so? They certainly have the pieces on their roster that can help them come back, but they do face the formidable task of coming up against one of the most storied clubs on the continent. 3 fouls for Johnny Pedro, and gives us a chance to go across to find out what Usher is up to. So I never know what you're up to, Usher. You're always like, hanging out and talking to people and doing stuff, You are a rover. What's the breaking news? That's what I wanted to say.
It is the breaking news. It's just really interesting to see Zaire Wade on the same court with Carlos Moraes when at 22 years old, Carlos Moraes played against Dwayne Wade, Zaire Wade's father, at the Beijing 2008 Olympics.
There you go. Good knowledge. I like that. I like that a lot. And the American team going all the way, if I remember correctly.
Yes, going all the way to win that gold medal. But of course, Zaire Wade is here at the BAL. He's writing his own story. No pressure to replicate his father's legacy. But just really enjoying his time here at the BAL with the Cape Town Tigers.
Well, as it stands, he's got 9 points, so it's only Hall who's just nudged himself a little bit higher than him, but he's playing a good game, and he's definitely looking good for all of the time he's spent on court so far. Gonçalves. Dundau. Gonçalves gets rid of Kelly. Well, it's made safe there. That's good work, that is, by BJ. And a drive through from Hall. Hall goes up, he gets fouled, and Gaku down on the ground, and the foul, I think, is an offensive foul by Hall. Hence the reason why Gaku was punching his chest in delight.
That is the call that is made. It's the third one on Josh Hall, 4th team foul for the Cape Town Tigers. Not much has gone the way of the Cape Town Tigers this evening.
Rashid Hazard, the 46-year-old. Of course, you want to bring with the LA Lakers as the assistant coach. Working alongside Phil Jackson. Wonderful play there. He went high and he gets a low 5. Johnny Pedro with a wonderful score there.
Continuing to work inside the paint. They continue to get the scores.
Kile trying to keep the ball alive. He just pressure from Dundau down in the corner. The pressure from Moraes. They're all working really, really hard to make it very complicated. This is the Johnny Pedro spin and score.
28 points in the paint for Petro de Luanda.
Gonçalves working really well. He's playing a good game. Gaku. Johnny Petro tries to flick the ball or trying to turn it and get it and do something with it. He goes down.
And maybe another telling stat, Robbie, is that they are converting it at 78% on the interior, and that push foul comes. So, you know, they're playing at a high efficiency, especially inside the paint.
It's working out pretty well, isn't it? It's been a very complicated team to defend. They do have a multitude of options, regardless of who's on court. As we see Johnny Pedro once again show us what he's capable of doing. He'll go up to double figures if he pops this one in.
His best offensive showing in this conference so far.
And it doesn't go, but Moraes gets the ball back in his hands. Petro, Moraes, Gaku loves the three-point shooting from down there, and it's been made safe by Petro. Wonderful work, really strong play. Gonçalves, Gaku goes again. This time it's a golden nugget that falls.
6 3-pointer for Petro, and they are just extracting a lot of pain for the Cape Town Tigers on the offensive end, but great work.
Attempt to try and get the ball down to Prinsloo, doesn't function. Picked up there by Dundao up against Nkele. Moraes, the magic of Moraes. Gonçalves makes it safe. Dundao, Pedro, Gaku has his shot that just rolls off the metal. Oh, look at this. This is ridiculous. They still keep possession. This is 3 phases of play, and they still got it in their hands, Q.
Out hustled, and it's everyone on the Petro team just playing with more intent.
They go again. Get rid of your man. Gonçalves this time. And it's a massive three-pointer. Gonçalves gold. A go-go. Gold medals left, right, and centre. They always do well at the Olympics as well.
They are a nation that's built on the success on their basketball court, and they deserve every accolade given to them. Their net earned.
Kelly trying to go up and off the boards, doesn't happen. Moraes, quick transition from the pressure from Kelly, goes down, and there's the fallback shot for 2. Oh, down at the baseline. Magic from Moraes.
What fantastic touch, just fading away. Carlos Moraes, he makes that look so easy.
There's Hall. Doesn't have too many options. Shot clock down to 10. Goes himself. Prinsloo trying to get a touch to it. Doesn't. Moraes takes it up court. Moraes. Wade trying to hold him off. He goes again, but this time just comes off the metal. Kele goes around. Wade picks it up. That's a beautiful pass. Oh, he just couldn't finish it off, and Kelly comes storming through. But the foul has been committed.
Well, Majok is looking on in astonishment. Beautiful drop-off. Just maybe the body contact call, the extra cell by Kelly. He's been slow to rise as his shoe has come off.
That happens, you know. I mean, you know, 4th foul for Ata Majok. But let's get the shoe back on.
Well, I think that's important, and just the conversation. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get up. There is a little bit of concern, but I think he will rise and go.
Yeah, he's fine. Look at him. He's as hard as nails, made of titanium. Here he is, back up to the free throw line with a chance to take the ball and get a couple of points. I haven't scored points for a while now. It's been a few minutes, so this will be greatly appreciated. Solo Diabate, the Ivorian, comes on.
0 of 4 so far for Tele from the free throw line. The Cape Town Tigers collectively 44%, 8 of 18 from the charity stripe.
That's better. That's a lot better. Coached on by Rashid Hazard. Dylan Whitbread coming on, and off goes the Nigerian Mike Vinije, former Duke Syracuse player. Majok makes it safe. Moraes, Diabate, Good synergy. They understand each other. Waiting, using the clock intelligently. Waits on him. Majok tries to get in the way. Swings it out to Gaku. Gaku is trying to get those guns blazing once again, but it doesn't fall for him.
So a great offensive possession. Got a wide open three on that. Shot just didn't fall.
There's Wade out wide. Whitbread. Oh, dispossessed. There's a steal here. Gonçalves! One-handed dunk.
Well, picked off Whitbread on that turnover, and Gonçalves rewards himself for the defensive work.
Prinsloo down in the corner, and well, that's the end of the third quarter. Doesn't count. 70.
If you're a Cape Town Tigers fan,
it does not. Hey, look, it's the second game for the Cape Town Tigers. Remember, right?
Second game in this now conference in their second season,
and they won their first. You know, this is the level, you know, and the benchmark, of course. But remember, the Cape Town Tigers beat them in a friendly, and they lost one, and it was very close. There's a good, oh, look at, well, I think there was a call beforehand anyway, but the flight path for that man, Wade, as he soared up into the sky, but there was a foul that was already committed.
Yeah, so important for the Tigers to try and finish this fourth quarter strong. We've seen, and again, I'm going to mention that comeback narrative with the City Oilers against Al Ahly, and it might be that source of inspiration.
Lukene. Wade out wide. There's the option. Comes to Wade. Prinsloo for three. Off the glass and back safe into Buyamba. And now Diabate's hands. The safe hands of Diabate. There he is. Majok. Majok's on 4 fouls, remember. So is Buyamba. 2 players who could get fouled out at any time. Buyamba's not on court just yet, but I'm sure that he'll come on before the end of this encounter. Oh, it's a beautiful score. Look at that. Lukene.
For some positive signs, the ball movement on the previous possession, and here some defense for the transition 3 for Benege.
Diabate.
3 of 12 now from the outside.
Buyamba. Majok. Goes back out, swing ball. Buyamba, there he is, Hollis. And Hollis forces the foul from Whitbread. He'll go to the free throw line.
They have been excellent at shifting the Tigers' defense. And it's been wire to wire so far for the Angolan champions.
I want to go and hear from Usher, because I know that Usher's sneaking around from one team to another, picking up tidbits, picking up those little juicy bits of information about what's going on, team tactics, strategies. What's your strategy, Usher?
Well, my strategy is as simple as Coach Hazard's strategy. He's asking the players to just have the spirit of the game. No more tactics are going to be discussed in this game. He's just asking the players on the court to deliver, play with their heart, and give it everything. We've seen that with the City Oilers yesterday against Al Ahly, and he's asking for the same performance, if not better.
Listen, why not? Lukene going up. Oh, Majok blocks. There was contact on the hand, and that's why there will be a foul going against Petro de Luanda.
It is a foul called on...
Is it Buyamba or is it Majok?
It has been called on Dibaris, as far as I'm concerned, but let's wait for the officials to confirm.
It looks like Buyamba. It's his 5th foul as well. So that works in the Cape Town Tigers' favour, of course, because he's been outstanding. So Buyamba, and now we've got Majok. They'll probably say, right, okay, let's go in hard. Let's try and sort of, because we haven't got any players who are on 4 fouls, and let's see if we can sort of, just knock down the numbers a little bit and make the bench a little bit shorter.
The most important thing is that they've got to make some inroads into the lead.
Yeah. I know I shouldn't have really said that, but I mean, the fact is that there's one way where you can take advantage, and that is by taking advantage of the players who've obviously, not showed the best discipline. But I mean, you get drawn into foul trouble. That's just the way of the game.
It is, and one quarter, one possession at a time is the way that the game can get simplified. And I think lane violation call will allow Benajay to retake the shot.
Yeah, just crept inside. Benajay sinks the shot. Picked up by Diabate. Flung out into the hands of Bastos as well. Here's Diabate, hasn't scored tonight, and it didn't score from that shot either. Benajay out wide. Canapamo. Is he going to try and get his shot in? There it is. It's an attempt. Princelow trying to get the tip in, trying to get the rebound. Doesn't fall for him. Magic makes it safe.
Well, that's Canapamo's area, and his move, he just didn't go down, and they'll at least be happy with some offensive execution.
Magic doesn't find a way through. Picked up over on that far side, and a long-range shot that's made safe by Benajay. Gerson Dominguez coming on for a little bit of game time. Mid-range two that just hits the wrong end of the net, I'm afraid.
And shorts the jumper, Benajay, on the pull-up in transition. It's a 7th shot attempt. It's 3 of 7 from the field for his 8 points so far.
Magic, Diabate. Shot clock going into single digits. Picked up by Hollis. That's lovely. That's beautifully done, isn't it? Look how smooth and just marvellous he is when he takes the pass, rolls and goes up. It's all very, very smooth indeed.
He makes hard work in the paint look easy. And 34 points in the paint.
Oh, Canapamo with a beautiful 3.
11 of those belong to Hollis. 2 more points to Evans Canapamo.
2, it was a 2, was it? Domingos. It's because you were in my way, Q. Oh, that is massive. Massive shot from Pedro Bastos. And they're the condor wings, aren't they, that are just going high, high, high. Canapamo goes for a long-range shot as well, just on the edge of the eye. Again, just falls on the wrong side. 81-39.
Well, it's 40 points, 42 points at the stage, so it's all Petro de Luanda.
Losing possession, Magic. Josh Hall back on. 10 points, top scorer for the Tigers. Picked up and made safe. Mofokeng coming on. Princelow goes for a 3-point shot. Nicely picked up, and just comes down, and there is a foul that's being committed on Lebohang Mofokeng.
Right in the paint area, Mofokeng hustling hard to keep that ball alive. He gets the rebound off the tap and then goes right up into the body of Bastos or Domingos, and he picks up the foul.
First shot good from the free throw line. 81-39. That goes up to 40 now. Magic tidies up at the back. Gerson Domingos. Diabate down into the corner. Bastos! And the big basket attempt doesn't happen. They get possession back, Cape Town. We're quite relieved about that. 5:30 left to play. got to throw absolutely everything, including the kitchen sink.
All of it.
At this Petro Luanda defense.
The garage shelves as well.
Lukene with a little spin. Prinsloo for three. Bastos into the paint. Good work with Prinsloo. It's a nice little touch that is from Josh Hall to make it safe. Down to Lukene. He goes for a long-range shot. There's the tip-in. The tip-in doesn't happen, and they've got possession. Well, he does. He makes that safe for Mofokeng. There's Hall. Down outside, and outside it goes. Mofokeng trying to dance around the traffic, and he draws the foul, and I think it's from Hollis, number 4. Given us at the free throw line as Cape Town Tigers trying to just finish off on a high, score some points, show us that they got that fighting spirit, that, you know, you can't tame the Tigers just like that, and that they do want to run freely and hit back. They've got a win from their opening encounter against Slack. Now it's all about trying to, well, finish with a bit of pride, hit back, score some big points, feel confident going into their next game. Mofokeng trying to sink a mid-range 2 that doesn't happen. Domingos, Hollis, Bastos, Domingos, Hollis again, and picked up by Lebohang Mofokeng. Down into the path of Hall, who makes it nicely done. Good pass into the paint to the big man.
Again, that injection of energy from Mofokeng, finding Hall on that cross-court pass. A nice way to just keep earning those minutes.
Diabate, Hollis, little hesitation. Sneaky play, isn't it? He's a wily character.
So crafty inside the paint. Hollis is fantastic every time he touches the basketball.
That's nicely done as well. Hall with a back-to-back scores. Strategy and savoir-faire to guide his team to the final.
And he picked up another Angolan championship just prior to being here in the Basketball Africa League Now conference. The winning is in his blood, Coach Jose Neto.
Bastos. And good to see that we have Saifuddin Hendawi getting a couple of minutes of time on court from the BAL Elevate program. Wonderful player from Egypt.
He grows from strength to strength. Hendawi, 6'7" point guard, and the future is bright for that young man.
Hollis goes for a big three-pointer, just goes in, comes out. Prinsloo, defensive rebound. Lukene, 2:53 remaining. Lukene goes around. Hall for 3. His shot doesn't sink. Picked up safely by Jean Pedro. And Diabate has in his hands the Ivorian, trying to find a way through the thicket. Oh, Petro, they can do it with their eyes closed, couldn't they? It's unbelievable. Bastos! This time Hollis, shot clock down to 3. Got to go for the shot. Bastos, here it is. And it's been made safe at the back by Kile. Mid-range 2 over the top, doesn't find its way onto the scoreboards. Is Hendawi, mid-range 2, nicely done. Oh, it's again just short. Few missed scores as we enter the final 2 minutes. Hall goes up, and Hall's shot doesn't fall either.
Sums up the afternoon. There's Bastos attacking, but they really have struggled on the offensive end. Field goal percentages for the Cape Town Tigers not looking so great. At around 28% on the interior from the field entirely, 34 from the inside, 17% from the three-point line.
Prinsloo commits the foul. Johnny Pedro steps up, tries to extend that advantage. 83 points scored tonight for Petro de Luanda. Got past the 100-point mark yesterday against Beira.
They sure did.
Selepe coming on, Whitbread coming on, and also Lukene and Wade. Johnny Petro once again up to 10 points. 5 players in double figures for this Petro team, Q.
They continue to showcase depth and versatility.
Selepe, Prinsloo. It's the ball out to Selepe. Shot clock down to 5 seconds. Need to try and do something. Prinsloo, under pressure, needs to get a shot in, gets his shot in. Doesn't find its way. And now he picks it up. Trots off down into enemy territory. Calling for a screen. A little bit too late though, as Petro gets pushed off by Prinsloo. The ball comes out and a chance to try and drop it in. Doesn't happen by Domingos, and they fail to score on that phase.
They'll try and take as much time off the clock as possible.
Prinsloo finally gets a 3-pointer. It's taken a while, but he finally got 3 points. And Dowie bides his time. There's no crazy rush, but he still wants a bit. He wants a screen. Petro's a little bit late coming towards him. It's not that much of a problem, but he just wants the help there. As Petro goes up and scores a very important 2 points, just to make a statement that they just can't get everything their own way.
Well, just a little bit of banter or talk between Dowie, Petro, as well as Peter Prinsloo. And Prinsloo going to be taken off the court. Chime coming on in for Petro to close out the final 20 seconds as they go 13 deep. Technical foul awarded. As the mouthing off continues, and Peter Prinsloo picking up that tick.
Yeah, following the 3 points that he scored, of course, he just let off a little bit of steam, which, I can imagine has been a frustrating, well, it has been a frustrating night, there's no doubt about it. So, in any case, we move on, and we can see that this man here, Johnny Petro, is putting himself up there with the top scorers. He's about to get himself his potentially a 14th point if he can sink this. Doesn't happen.
Five rebounds to go along with the 13 points for Johnny Petro.
Yeah, they've had their 2 shots. That's what I was getting a little bit concerned about. There was let's move on. Selepe. Lukene. Can they finish off with a big score here? Cape Town is to finish off on a high. Lukene goes for the mid-range 2, comes off the metal, made safe at the back. And by that man, Chime. This is going to be the end. Hindawi, shot clock, and that's it. It's all finished. And the Egyptian makes it safe. The more